How's it going, by the way? Did you want to share with us like what it's been like in the yeshiva system?
The yeshiva system?
No, in the yeshivish shidduch system.
It's a roller coaster. It's absolutely a roller coaster.
In what way? Like, is it a fun roller coaster? Or it's like
there are pros and cons to the yeshiva system. I believe in how we do shidduchim. The pros is that it's in a more, I guess, more tznius way, hanging out with girls. But the problem is when you meet girls, it's with the idea I need to marry this person. Yeah. So to see if I'm going to marry this person. So you're already making assumptions on date 1, date 2, and even date 6. I don't see him being my husband. Whereas in the more modern world, it's like people are friends, and then they get to know each other, and then after a while they like each other, and things work out. You would think you would never marry that person if you just went out with them with the intention to marry them. So there is a plus to how the more modern system does it. Is that you start off as friends, and then you get to be, and then maybe you'll get married. Whereas in the yeshiva system, it's not like that.
I think on both sides, at least on my mind, and I mean both sides isn't just like there's modern and there's from. That's pretty much keeping it as standard as
modern
possible.
Is from.
Standard as possible. Modern. I'm saying modern is in less from, not modern is in. There's a modern guy. You do like the modern yeshivish, label that sums up like they're culturally yeshivish. They're certainly from to an extent, but they will do modern things. Like they'll go to a concert. Well, maybe not when they're
at the end of the day,
single,
you have to. It's really either you follow Shulchan Aruch or you don't. Everything else is just like semantics.
So the opposite would say that the Shulchan Aruch is the semantics.
Right. Well, definitely shouldn't look at it that way.
I'm not slanting the Shulchan Aruch. It's got some tough stuff in there,
Oh, yeah.
But no, that's what it. That's what it is. I worked with people who are totally not. Oh, it's ghost stories. It's and I hear that because that's like the Empire in a way. When Vader came in and they're like, "Don't bother us, Vader, with your
I didn't really see Star
religion
Wars.
of the." And they called it back in in 1978 when this thing came 77. They literally called this thing a religion. Like it's funny. I don't even know. Like they didn't even know where. I've been watching that on YouTube a lot, and you see George Lucas at episode 1. Star Wars is, I'm sure, a religion, but they're just referencing like the Jedi and Vader, and it was a very relatable, like sense there in regards to the religious, the religion aspect, because the Jedi. Could be classified as a cult. Obviously we knew them as good people.
Right.
It's like it compaginates together. They're mutual. They're not mutually exclusive. Like you're a Jedi. This is how you are. There's like a lot of religious cult stuff to it. But anyway.
Well, just to make a point, what you said about I just go back on that point you said about like all the semantic stuff is like really like you'll have a lot of people who are like. I guess officially yeshivish, but so what does a yeshivish do? They'll do more things to prevent them from possibly doing an avera.
Right.
However, you see things now going, even in the yeshivish world, there are people who, are more relaxed about things. Yeah. But they still define yeshivish because they won't have mixed seating events. Their kids wear hats. Their husbands wear hats to davening.
Mm-hmm.
But even in the yeshivish world, people are not as more relaxed on certain barriers.
Yeah. And I'm just here to analyze. I have no interest in judging. I mean, if you cut me in either Kiddush Club line or the line at the movie theater, okay, Regal over here, like. Then we have a problem. Then I will start judging. But until then, I'm only judging how like awesome you may be.
Right.
Like you're awesome, man. You're awesome, girl. It's a lot. It's a lot. This stuff certainly like weighs down. For me. It's like it's emblematic of seeing these girls and guys, these singles, just. Try to pay the rent, try to be normal human beings, and now on top of that throw on literally, 24 hours a day of, mitzvahs, chumras, and, ways to connect to God. It's a lot of responsibility.
I hear.
Nobody talks Shidduchim.
This is the Nobody Talks Shidduchim podcast.